You know, look, I'm telling you what. By the way, he's coming back to the spot. That's a good move by y'all.
Let's talk about that report.
That's a good move.
Because Dave McMenamin yesterday of ESPN was in Cleveland, and he put out a report saying, and I quote, team and league sources indicate the Cleveland Cavaliers would gladly welcome LeBron James back into the fold should he decide to leave the Los Angeles Lakers in free agency this coming offseason. Tyvis, you and I spoke before the show. Would you like to share what you told me a few minutes ago about the possibility of LeBron rejoining the Cavs?
It'd be nice as a role player or coming off the bench or something, but like he washed, man. I'll be the one to tell you. Yes, he is.
What?
He's washed. Did you watch him last night?
It was one game.
Man, I ain't hearing that. He been having multiple games like this. I mean, I know he averages
you're out of your mind,
and
man.
all that, but nah, man.
Tyvis.
No,
Why Tyvis?
We need when Darius go down and we need a point guard for sure. He can come in and do that thing right there, but nah.
Man, this is.
I take him back for a farewell tour, but like it's like the main guy that's over with. That's dead.
Hey, bro. Listen.
I'm serious. That's dead.
How come you got people in their prime not getting what LeBron getting? This is out of their. Listen,
Yeah.
Jared Allen ain't never averaged this. Darius Garland ain't never averaged this. Evan Mobley still ain't
never
seen
averaged
this.
what?
This 22 points a game, 6 rebounds, and almost 7 assists, and 50% from the field this year, not last year, not the year before. This year, right here, right now, 50-year-old LeBron. What are we talking about? LeBron.
The guy that plays zero defense.
Hey, listen, LeBron don't.
The guy that had 6 turnovers.
He don't
last
have
time.
to play no defense.
What are you talking about?
You know what you need LeBron for? You need LeBron for 2 months in April and May. And
Have
June.
you watched him those 2 months in the last 2 seasons?
Listen,
and what he's done in the playoffs.
Let me tell
Was he bad in the playoffs?
Let me just.
He ain't what you think.
He's not LeBron.
If he ain't LeBron. He's not a first-team All-NBA guy. He's not even a second-team All-NBA guy. But in spurts, LeBron James can be a top 15 player in spurts. And what the Cavs need is much more than just points, rebounds, and assists. They need the mentality and somebody that done been there. They need somebody that won't collapse when they need a rebound. They need somebody that won't say the lights was too bright because LeBron not going to let the lights be too light.
He can come on vet minimum.
Okay, here's the thing. It's unfortunate. We need to get a doctor to check Tyvis' head.
Thank you very much,
because he's out of his mind here. Of course, LeBron's not at the peak of his powers. He's 41 years old.
If he want to come,
he's still a top
vet minimum.
Mike, is he not still a top at least 30 player in the league?
Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, is he top 25?
Yes.
He could be top 10. It's
if
just
he wants.
not night in, night out.
Okay, yeah, fine. His numbers. I looked at his postseason numbers last. Now, can he put the team on his back like he used to? No. He's not going to, if you're not good enough, but can he put you over the top if you've got a good enough team? I believe he can. You can't rely on him to be your best player, but he wouldn't be. Well, look at these numbers.
They got guys.
He's averaging 22, 6, and 7 at 41. He's still shooting 50%. That's higher than his career.
That's wild.
I take him back on vet minimum.
That's wild.
Look at his and by the way, the only reason his probably is maybe not the points, but whatever, maybe the points. Like the numbers are down. He's barely below his career averages, and that's because he's playing less minutes.
Less minutes, it's different game, paces up, but he still can ram it up anytime he wants. Rev it up.
You're making him seem like he's a scrub.
And
listen, last night he was terrible.
Vet minimum.
But before that, he'd been playing great, right, Mike?
He's been playing good, yeah.
And
He's
guess
playing
what?
Awesome.
Washed as far. Tyvis.
Washed. You're
is.
crazy.
Let me give you
Washed.
this. Now,
washed.
And what would you give? And by the way,
Yeah.
and what would you give up for LeBron James if he came in free agency? Nothing.
Nothing.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Vet minimum.
Now the question is, would he do it?
I think he would. Jason Lloyd, friend of ours, friend of LeBron James's.
That's wild.
But no, legit. I mean,
go ahead.
I saw them interact yesterday.
Okay.
Whatever Jason says, they're friends. I refused. Jason may downplay it. They're boys.
Did he dap him up?
We'll talk off the air.
Okay.
We'll talk off the air.
Okay.
But no, they're friends.
Yeah.
Jason wrote that if LeBron's going to come back and play another season, it has to be in Cleveland.
Of course.
It has to be.
He should announce he's retired. He's going back to the Cavs for 1 year.
That's it.
and he's going to retire at the end of the year. And then you keep Donovan, you ride it out because if there's a chance it's a disaster this year, maybe they would trade Donovan, but you obviously can't if LeBron's coming back. You go for it. You go for it 1 year.
I don't like how you attack me as if I said no to any of that.
You called him washed.
He is.
No.
That's crazy.
As the best player in the league.
Well, nobody's calling him the best player in the league.
That conversation.
When you say washed, it means he can't play anymore.
You're talking basketball with a guy who thinks Giannis is the greatest basketball player ever.
Giannis is washed. He can't stay on the court.
He sure can't. It's a dang shame.
And he's
not washed either.
He's way younger than LeBron.
Yeah.
So, and the thing about it, see, this is not a joke. Like, let me just keep it real with you.
Yeah.
Like, LeBron is exactly what they need. The exact middle missing piece. Because it's not about the basketball stuff. It's the other stuff. It's the let me show you how to do this, son. Let me get you together. And then Donovan, think about it.
Yeah.
You got two dudes. Think about this. It's a game 7. You think LeBron James and Donovan gonna let you use?
No.
And again, listen, this is like swapping out your two-man team on NBA Jam.
Let me ask you this.
Your two-man was Evan Mobley and Darius Garland. Now your two-man is LeBron and Donovan.
And by the way, LeBron will still, if it was a big series, LeBron could still play defense for a big playoff.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
You said if it's a game 7 with LeBron and Donovan, you wouldn't lose? If it's a game 7 with LeBron and Luka, would you lose?
You shouldn't.
You shouldn't. He can't make. Where round they get knocked out of last year?
But Luka.
Now you're right. That's fair.
No,
because Luka just came late in the season.
Is Luka a better player than Donovan Mitchell?
He is.
Okay.
Luka Doncic.
So why are we sitting here acting like this?
Because the rest of the Cavs is better than the
I
Lakers.
agree with that statement for sure.
First of all, Luka ain't.
But don't sit here and say Donovan and LeBron would be unstoppable.
That's fair.
When Luka and LeBron are not unstoppable.
Well, Luka don't do a lot of things unstoppable. He need to stay. He can get his body in order.
Well, that's he's still better than Donovan.
Hold on, do this. You about to say something worse than what Earl said.
No, I am not. I'm just saying.
What you about to say?
I am saying that Luka Doncic before this was allergic to all defense. You see, it's a low line.
I hear you, but you just said it don't matter, and it doesn't matter.
Yes, it does matter.
When you're that good an offensive player, it doesn't matter.
Nah, I think it kind of matters.
All right, but listen.
Luka has taken his team further, further than anything
Let's
Donovan
have some
has
fun.
done.
Let's have some fun.
That.
Tyvis, you're right, fans. Tyvis is too negative. Let's.
Bull is learning how to get it. He understands it.
Let's have a little fun here. Let's say LeBron is on this team next year. It's Game 7, Game 7 NBA Finals against the Thunder. Who is your, assuming everybody, you have the same players on the Cavs plus LeBron, who's your 5 guys on the court the final 6 minutes of the game? What's your lineup?
This McNuggets.
What's the score?
So it's this current team.
Close game, tie game.
But it's this current team plus LeBron.
Look how excited he is.
Yeah,
because he's going through advanced analytics in his mind.
Give me the advanced analytics.
Spacing.
I need 30 seconds.
He's got his player efficiency rating.
Let me get my MacBook Pro.
Donovan, Jalen, Tyson, LeBron, Mobley, and
Darius?
No.
Dang, your boy ain't on the floor?
No, because LeBron's the point guard.
And DeAndre Hunter?
Probably.
Or Max Strus?
Man, they got so many options.
I'll probably go Hunter.
Or slamming Sammy Merrill?
I go with the all-tall lineup.
Look how many options they
What about Sam Merrill out there shooting threes?
I got Mobley at the 5.
Or Dean Wade to play Dean. I don't want Dean Wade.
I have Mobley at the 5. I got LeBron at the 4.
Yep.
I got
4.
I got Donovan, only in spurts. I got Donovan Mitchell. I might be able to put DeAndre Hunter out there.
That's what I just said.
DeAndre Hunter.
So you're saying Mobley, LeBron, Hunter, Tyson, and Donovan?
Yep. That's my
Is that what you're doing? Is that your closing 5, Mike, or you got something else?
What you got?
I do have something slightly different.
Look,
you guys don't have DG in there. I think DG has to be in there.
He went to the...
I think he has to. But I agree. It's Don, Tyson, Bron, Mobley, and DG.
So you're taking Hunter out?
Yeah, Hunter played well last night. It's the first good game Hunter's played in forever. I don't know how you guys have confidence in Hunter.
But they got shooting. They can space the floor. Each of those guys can break down the defense. You can play.
It's a tough lineup to stop.
It's devastating. And by the way, Mobley even makes LeBron look better because he can block shots and he can be an eraser.
Yeah.
So now you don't, and you can still cross switch
right.
and be like Jalen Tyson could cover a tough defender LeBron can get.
Now, how are you defending
Earl's
the Thunder in that situation?
In that situation,
like, who's on SGA?
Tyson.
Jalen Tyson.
So Tyson's on SGA. Go ahead, give me the rest of it.
And if you're playing the Thunder, they usually have one non-scorer out there, which is why I'm fine putting DG out there.
Yeah.
There's certain matchups where maybe I'd feel less, but
right.
DG could. Lou Dort's not taking anyone off the dribble. If they have Case and Wallace, I'm okay with DG matching.
How do you avoid them trying to get those switches?
Every team's going to do that.
Yeah.
And that's where you have a guy like Bron and a guy like Mobley who are roaming to be your help side defender.
And if you're winning,
it's a great shooting team.
If you're winning, do you now take Darius out and put in another defender? Like, who's their best defender that's not in there right now?
Dean Wade.
No, he don't play in the playoffs. I can't play.
I'm just saying Hunter would be the next guy up.
All right.
But
he's good defensively?
No, he has not been good
defensively. Not this year.
Well, who's the next best defensive player, period, on the team?
Craig Porter Jr.
Craig Porter Jr., put him in there.
Well, I mean, Dean Wade is the answer, but you said
Dean
Wade.
Dean Wade can't be trusted.
Max Strus is a D.
Yeah.
He's a
So put Max Strus in there for Darius if you want.
Hey.
You get a 6-point lead.
Hey.
Yeah, you can do that. And you have free throw shooting across the board there.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
Yeah.
What if Max
Although
Strus,
Mobley's not been very good shooting free throws.
But I will say this. In this hypothetical world where you add LeBron to the team, I don't think he would take the vet minimum. I think you get him for a mid-level exception. I think he understands he's no longer a max player. They're going to have to finagle something. It won't be this exact team. But if he is willing to take the mid-level exception, and the report from McMenamin that the Cavs would welcome him back in free agency, if those two things are true, there are absolutely 100% plausible ways to get LeBron James on the Cavs without destroying the makeup of this roster. It is not a pipe dream like it once was.
Right.
I don't think
Will he take that, though? I don't know. If you're LeBron, your last year either has to be with the Lakers or here. There's no other options.
I'm going to tell you this.
Nah, he can't.
No, I don't think the Lakers want him back. I'll be honest. I don't think
the Lakers want him back?
But if the season starts.
If I'm Donovan, would you want that?
Yes.
Yes.
Of course.
But then doesn't it fall to the narrative that you can't win it without LeBron?
He can't.
He just wants to win.
I want to win.
Donovan
wants to win. He's still the best player.
This the best year to go for it,
bro.
They better go for it.
And then after the year LeBron retires, and you probably trade Donovan, or is he a free agent after that?
Donovan has next year and a player option. I will report now he's going to
opt
decline
out
the player
of that,
option and sign a new max.
All right, let's get this.